Yes, indeed. B Marsh Boxing back at it with another boxing video. It was good boxing heads and fight fans around the world. So, Mr. Gary Russell, the ball is in your court, big man. You know, right now, it's about that time, man. You know what I'm saying? Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz is fighting, I think, sometime probably in March, maybe February, maybe in January. I'm not too sure when he's fighting, but he's fighting a guy, Miguel Flores. All right. And this guy, Leo Santa Cruz, is talking about he's not trying to move up. He's not moving up to 130 unless he gets to fight the man, Gary Russell. Okay. These two guys been featherweight champions on the PBC Showtime side for a while, you know what I mean? And that unification, that fight gotta happen this year. And Leo Santa Cruz is hoping it's gonna happen this year because he only fought once last year in 2018, 2019. He's trying to fight three times. What's up, Mike D? Mike D's in the chat. What's happening, dogs? Yeah, man. So, Gary Russell, man, he only fights once a year, too. You know what I mean? Ever since he became a champion. And he been a champion since 2015 when he knocked out Johnny Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? And, man, Gary Russell got to get on the ball now. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, PBC, Showtime, Al Heyman, they looking out for Gary Russell. Gary Russell is a guy I'm not gonna say has a massive fan base. I rarely see any videos about Gary Russell on YouTube. You know what I mean? Except when he fights, and ain't no shame in that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The man is very inactive. You know what I mean? He only fight once a year. You know what I'm saying? Ever since he became champion, fighting once a year, he can only fight a mandatory, and that's exactly what he's done in his um as reigning as a WBC featherweight champion. I mean, that belt goes a long way. That's a belt fellas like Salvador Sanchez had. You know what I mean? Even Azuma Nelson. You check it. So, you know, the man Gary Russell, man, he gotta get it. He gotta do something, man. They gave him two shows at the MGM National Harbor, and that's what I'm talking about. The guy's not a household name. He's a good fighter, you know what I mean? You check it. But they looking out for him. You know what I mean? I went there, I supported them. You check it. That's how I support boxing. I go to live events. You know what I mean? And I went out there. You know what I'm saying? He put it on. He great fight with the man Jojo Diaz. The year before that, he fought Oscar Escandon. Like I said, he's only been mandated to fight his mandatories. Cause you know what I mean? He's only fighting once a year. Now a guy like Leo Santa Cruz, Santa Cruz has had two great fights with the man Carl Frampton, you know what I mean? And he's had two great fights with the man Abner Mares, you know what I'm saying? All Mexican showdown over there in Los Angeles. You know, those fights right there, those are better fights than what Gary Russell has been doing, you know what I mean? And the Jojo Diaz was a good fight. Oscar Escandon, he earned his mandatory, you know what I mean? Knocking out Robinson Castellano, coming off the deck to do that, you know what I mean? So, I'm not saying these guys didn't earn their mando, but unifications trump mandatories, you know what I mean? I'm sure anybody in the boxing world would have loved to see Gary Russell versus Leo Santa Cruz rather than, you know what I mean, the man Gary Russell fighting his mandatories. You check it? You know what I'm saying? So the PBC, they gotta do something with these guys, man. And I'm not blaming Al Heyman. I don't blame Al Heyman for for any fight not happening. You know what I'm saying? You check it. These guys, if they want to fight each other, they will. You know what I mean? Gary Al Heyman has given us more unifications than anybody in boxing, any promoter. You know what I'm saying? Any in the last since 2013. You know what I mean? He's given us the most unification. So the fights do get made, but do these fighters want to fight each other? I don't know what Gary Russell's what he's planning to do for this year. You know what I mean? I know the man Leo Santa Cruz wants to fight three times this year, and he said one of those fights has to be Gary Russell, and he's not moving up to 130 unless he fights Gary Russell. You know what I mean? Gary Russell, look, they had a nice big PBC event. When was it? Sometime last year, November, where they had, they announced all the fights that's going to be happening in 2019. They had everybody there. Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, they Caleb Truex, and Uska Tegay, and they had everybody that's gonna fight. Who wasn't there? Even Leo Santa Cruz was there, but Gary Russell wasn't there, and that disappointed me. I mean, Tony Harrison was there, and he made it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? When he got that victory over Jamel Charlo, so you know the man Gary Russell, man. I'm just hoping for 2019, man. He's not just sitting around trying to fight his mandatories. You know what I mean? I've seen comments in comment sections. You know what I'm saying? And Gary Russell did it to himself. You know what I mean? When he talks about he's a businessman and it's a business, and he's getting good paydays fighting his mandatories. Al Heyman looks out for him. Al Heyman looks out for Leo Santa Cruz too. You should already know Leo Santa Cruz, his firstborn, or one of his kids, is he named his the kid. He named his son named Al. You know what I mean? He named the kid Al after Al Heyman. Leo Santa Cruz. He looks up to Al because Al Heyman looks out for him. Al Heyman looks out for the man Gary Russell too. But Gary Russell, man, I'm just hoping, man. You know, I don't even know if Gary Russell really be sparring that much. You know what I mean? Besides his brothers, you know what I mean? Gary Russell said, it's a business, and he's basically said he's gonna get the best paydays to fight guys that that he has to fight, which is mandatories. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens, man. But right now, I gotta put the blame right now on Gary Russell for the fight not happening. And Gary Russell from my area, man, I'm a fan of Gary Russell. You know what I mean? I was disappointed in the Lomachenko fight. A lot of us were, you know what I mean? But Lomachenko, that was a great win for him. Give him enough credit for that, you know what I mean? But Gary Russell's a guy who got quick hands, you know what I'm saying? His footwork don't match the hand speed, but he got power in that right hook. That right hook of his is devastating. He's knocked out plenty of opponents with that right hook from a southpaw. So, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. What's happening in the chat? Mike D says, is he fighting Rigo? I don't know. I don't know. If Rigo's moved up to 126, I'd love to see that fight. That'd be a great fight. MBT Boxer says, morning, B. Marsh. Morning to you, MBT. I know it's probably dinner time over there where you at, man. But what's happening, man? MBT says, reason why he fights once a year is because he has brittle hands. He's trying to save them and only wants big fights or might fight mandatory defenses. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's definitely trying to preserve his hands, you know what I mean? Because his hands is what makes him, you know what I mean? The hand speed, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Got a nice inside game too, the body shots and that right hook, and Leo Santa Cruz is a taller guy with the longer reach, you know what I mean? And, they fought in the mandatories and Gary Russell beat him. You know what I mean? He beat him in the mandatories, I'm sorry, in the amateurs, so Leo Santa Cruz, this the pros. It's a whole different ball game. So anything could happen. And that's why we need to make that fight happen. You know what I mean? They try and they I'm sure we probably might see a unification quick on the ESPN top rank side with Oscar Valdez and Josh Warrington quicker than we'll see Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell. You know what I mean? Because you know Valdez hasn't fought since that great fight, man, where he got his face broken up by Scott Quigg. He won the fight though, but he ain't fought since, and that was spring of 2018. And Josh Warrington, he got a mandatory, been ordered by the IBF. He got to face Kid Galahad. I believe Warrington will get through that fight. I believe he gonna beat him, and I'd love to see unification, and I think it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Frank Warren, Top Rank. Frank Warren got his deal with Top Rank and ESPN, so that's why we get to see these BT Sport fights over here now. You know what I mean? And I do admit I do prefer the ESPN app. You know what I mean? It's the ESPN app is vicious. It's like that compared to the DAZN app by far. Just that Warrington and Frampton fight alone trumped everything they did over there on the zone. But anyways, let's get back to this. All right. Mike D says boxing is brutal on your hands. My mine's is shot. MBT says, yeah, my right wrist is gone from boxing them from weights. True indeed. Hop, what's happening, Hop? Hop's in the chat says greetings to B Marsh and MBT. What's up with you, Hop? Mike D says, is wrestling is hard on the knees too. Yeah, I'm sure, man. Those are taxing sports, you know. MBT says, what's up to Hop? MBT says it's 4:20 over there. Wednesday, 4:21 a.m. Jesus Christ. It's not even dinner time, man. They're already on Wednesday. Yeah, man, the time difference crucial. Yeah, MBT and Hop having a conversation up in there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'd love to see this Gary Russell, man, and Leo Santa Cruz, man. The fight gotta happen. It gotta happen, you know what I mean? Gary Russell is usually out the public eye, you know what I'm saying? Gary Russell's a very basic dude, man. Dude be dressing in all black from head to toe. Got his with his Timbos, you know what I mean? Black Timberland 6-inch joints. You check it. He's not a flashy guy, you know what I mean? The man got a gym in his crib in the basement, you know what I'm saying? And he gets a lot of work in with his brothers, you know what I mean? He got about two or three brothers that are pros now. One of them was in the Olympics last year in 2016. You know what I'm saying? So Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, man, let's try to make this fight happen. You know what I mean? I don't blame uh Leo Santa Cruz for fighting this Miguel Flores guy, but cause he wants to Gary Russell fight. He's making it known, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He's making it be known that that's what he wants. Now Gary Russell, he's been quiet as a church mouse, and I don't believe that he don't want to fight. I don't know what his plans are, but like I said, he's beat him before. He's beat and he could beat him again. Maybe he's milking his WBC reign with that 126-pound title. You know what I mean? You check it. I hope that's not the case, but we gotta see that fight happen. Red Eyes, what's up? He says, "What up, B Marsh?" Valdez is with Canelo's trainer, right? Yeah, he's. I think he's with Chepo Reneso and them. Yeah, he is. Um, and so is the other kid, Ryan Garcia, the prospect. B. Marsh said, I'm sorry, Hop says, would totally love to see Santa Cruz. Which, yeah, Leo Santa Cruz and Russell. Yeah, me too, man. You know what I mean? Um, you know, Gary Russell should, fighters got different trajectories, different career paths, and what they want to do in their career. But Gary Russell, man, he'd be more of a household name. You know, in that division, those divisions, you don't see too many African Americans. You know what I mean? He's going to be having to fight a lot of Hispanic opponents, and that's whom he's been fighting. Gary Russell, you know what I'm saying? From the prospect coming up when he was getting 8 rounders on HBO, and Max Kellerman ain't like that shit. I remember that's when he started kind of blaming Al Heyman for, what I'm saying, for being of such a powerful dude in the boxing game. You know what I mean? But Gary Russell should have tried to be like a guy like Mark Too Sharp Johnson, you know what I mean? From Washington, D.C., Hall of Famer, the youngest man to ever go into the Hall of Fame. He made the Hall of Fame when he was about like 38 or 39 years old, you know what I mean? Um, Gary, Too Sharp Johnson, man, he made a living flyweight, super flyweight, fighting Mexicans and beating up Mexicans in L.A. He was a D.C. dude based in Los Angeles. He was fighting in the Forum at the Great Western Forum where the Lakers and Magic used to win championships with Kareem. You know what I mean? And that's where he got his due. You know what I mean? He used to beat up on a lot of Mexicans, and there was other champions during his reign. You know what I mean? But he was the best out there. There was other champions from like Asia, from Thailand and the Philippines, these places, and he ain't getting unifications like that because the end of the day, he was getting fights over here in the States, and these other guys weren't coming over here. You know what I mean? And, that's how he made his name, you know what I mean? And if Gary Russell, that's what he should be doing too, you know what I'm saying? Fighting all the best featherweights out there. You know what I mean? He's been fighting a lot of Hispanic fighters. Jojo Diaz, that was a great fight. I was live for that fight. And, you know, if he keeps doing that, you know what I mean? He's going to get a name, especially with the Hispanic household. You know what I'm saying? That's the guy right there. Been fighting a lot of Hispanic dudes, you know what I mean? And can he beat Leo Santa Cruz? Can he beat Abner Mares? You know what I mean? That's where I think that the guy Gary Russell, where he didn't capitalize on, but he still has a chance, and hopefully they do it this year. Hop says Gary Russell has a serious demeanor. Interesting. Hope he's happy. Yeah, he's a serious dude, man. You know what I mean? Gary Russell don't play. You know what I mean? He's not the typical. But Gary Russell don't even be at the PBC event. Gary Russell says he doesn't even watch boxing. You know what I mean? He don't watch boxing. He don't be at the PBC events. Like Wilder and Fury or any of them Barclay cards where you see everybody in the stands. You know what I mean? Whether it's Javante Davis, Spence, Thurman, Jared Hurd. You know how PBC do. The fighters come out to the fights. Gay Russell don't be there. He's never there. You know what I mean? You check it. So, but Leo Santa Cruz, I'm not gonna say he don't be at the fights neither though. You know what I mean? He's a family dude too. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. Red Eye says, now Hop says, B Marsh, would you think me crazy if I felt that Irvin Johnson was the greatest basketball player of all time? Magic Johnson, you could say he's a GOAT, man. Magic Johnson is one of the greatest. Now, I wouldn't say you're crazy. Shh. Magic Johnson been to 9 finals, won 5 NBA titles, won a title in his rookie year. Magic Johnson was a winner, you know what I mean? One of the greatest winners I've ever seen in life. And I'm a Celtic fan. I hate the Lakers, but it is what it is. Magic Johnson, if it wasn't for the HIV, let's say he ain't have HIV and continue playing. He was playing at a high level before the HIV. You know what I mean? MVP caliber level. Took his Lakers to the finals. They lost to Jordan, but yeah, the man Magic's a great, no question. Red Eye says, B. Marsh, I heard Chuck Brown was a popular sparring partner. Wind me up. Chuck Brown, the Go-Go, the godfather of Go-Go, sparring partner with who? I ain't hear about that one. I wouldn't be surprised. DC's a fight city, you know what I mean? DC, Maryland, these are fight cities, you know what I'm saying? Like, Baltimore too, man. They doing their thing right about now, you know what I'm saying? Uptown Gym over there on the west side of Baltimore, where Javante Davis is from. They gonna produce some fighters out from there. No question about it, you know what I mean? The East Coast is definitely a fight city, you know what I'm saying, as far as, from DC, Philadelphia, New York City. Those cities right there, you know what I mean? They've had places like North Virginia that's produced Pernell Whitaker, you know what I mean? And but not so many champions like a place like DC and Maryland, you know what I mean? Yeah, Red Eyes, I ain't heard about that, to be honest, man. I might have to do some research about Chuck Brown being a sparring partner. Sparring partner with who? Mr. Doc, what's happening, man? Mr. Doc's in the chat says Magic could play every position and play it well. At point guard, he was a problem. At center, he was a problem. It didn't matter. Yes, indeed. I'm a Celtics fan, you know what I mean? And I rate Magic Johnson and Larry Bird as two of the greatest players, you know what I mean, to ever do it. But Magic beat Larry Bird, you know what I'm saying, 2 out of 3 times, you know what I mean? So, by that I gotta give the edge to Magic as being a better player than Bird, you know what I mean? But Bird was a great player. He was definitely a better scorer than Magic. Could pass just as well too, you know what I mean? But he just wasn't a point guard. You know what I mean? He was a great rebounder too, Larry Bird, man. Shooting, man. We ain't gonna never see players like Magic and Bird ever again. Hop says that game 7 Magic rookie year with no Kareem is one of the greatest individual efforts on the hardwood I've ever seen. 42 points, assists, and played virtually every position. Yeah, man. Just thought by that, you can put him up there as one of the greatest, or if not the GOAT, you know what I mean? But I personally like consider Magic and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the greatest players to ever do it, you know what I mean? These guys were just dominant, you know what I'm saying? Jordan. Jordan was just a killer. Just like Larry Bird, he was a killer too, you know what I'm saying? So was Kareem. Mr. Doc says Bird was an underrated trash talker. Mr. Doc, I don't think he's underrated. I think he's the greatest trash talker. And I'm sure you've seen them open courts on NBA TV where his peers say, man, Larry Bird's man, the greatest trash talker ever, man. Him and Gary Payton, they be talking that shit, man. And that's why Larry Bird's done things that I've never seen other players do. He's a guy who's going to tell you what he's going to do to you, and he'll do it, and you can't do nothing about it. Larry Bird's the type of guy who told the media, they played Portland on the West Coast. They won a lot of games. He told the media before the game that he gonna play the game left-handed, the first half left-handed, and he's a right-handed player. Man, Larry Bird told the media he gonna play left-handed for the first half versus the Blazers. But man, Larry Bird ended up with like 24 points in halftime with just his left hand. Stuff like that. It's just unfathomable, and that's why these players today they just can't do it for me like them old school players. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. It's guys like Larry Bird, Jordan. These guys, man, I seen them do great things. Even Isaiah Thomas, even Allen Iverson. You know what I mean? This joint turned into a basketball hangout. Anyways, let me finish up. What y'all say? Mr. Doc says, I ain't I ain't never seen Dr. J lose it like he did when he punched up Bird. Yeah. Because Larry Bird told him, man, you washed up. You need to retire. Man, Hop says, my top four, Johnson, Jordan, Jabbar, Bird. Now, now, now need to add James. Guess J names are good. LOL. Yeah, those are my top four too. One, two, three, four. I put those in my top four, and I put for the fifth. I put Bill Russell. You got to put Bill Russell. You know what I mean? Look, if Will Chamberlain had the titles, as many titles as even Kareem Abdul, if he had like 6 or 7, Will Chamberlain would be the greatest player of all time. You know what I mean? But Will Chamberlain was just a guy who had to face Bill Russell a lot in the finals, and even other final. And he wasn't the same guy when he played Bill Russell. You know what I mean? Bill Russell neutralized him. You know what I mean? And that's why he only got 2 finals, two NBA championships. But yeah, man, I definitely got those as my top four. But yeah, B Marsh Boxing about to seal the deal on this live stream. Thanks a lot for everybody coming through. Hop, Mr. Doc, Red Eyes, MBT Boxing, Mike D, 850 numbers 815. Thanks a lot for coming through, and let's make this Gary Russell and what you call it, Gary Russell and Leo Santa Cruz fight happen, man. Let's put the pressure on Gary Russell, man, to you know come out and speak about this fight and say, yeah, this fight gonna happen this year. Hop says, yes, what a competitor Bill Russell was. Sorry for all the hoops comments. Have a great day. No problem, man. You know I love NBA too. Those are my two favorite sports, boxing and basketball. I love boxing because that's my favorite individual sport. It's the greatest sport as far as testing your will and character, and there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, no timeouts. It's just the greatest combat sport, and it's nothing but hands, just hands, straight up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Red Eyes in the chat says, yeah, Wiki just says at multiple DC gyms on Chuck. True indeed. I'm gonna check it out, man. Yes, indeed. But thanks for everybody coming through, and I'm out of here.